So when I'm looking at a text, I decide whether to read it or not depending on the presentation. So first and foremost, I think paragraphs are important because of how they make your work. At a glance, they just make it presentable to read, even before you go to the nitty-gritties of why paragraphs are important. But then again, I think they're important in separating your ideas. So when deciding how to use paragraphs, it's best to put each idea or topic or subject that you're speaking about in a text within a paragraph. For example, if we're talking about AIDS, HIV, in Africa it's a very big issue, so probably that's why it's the first thing that came to my head. Probably the first paragraph you want to talk about what it is, what are its causes, and then in the next paragraph then you go on to talk about probably the ways to prevent it, and then in the next paragraph you talk about the effects or something of the sort. If you put all the ideas into one paragraph, then everything gets mixed up and jumbled up, and probably you won't be able to communicate your ideas to the reader effectively. And then, dialogue. Dialogue, for example, if you're writing a story where you're quoting what the people said, for example, if you're reading a Shakespeare novel, then what each character said has to be put in its own paragraph. For example, if you're quoting Vision, you need to put what I said, and then you quote Santiago next, you put what he said. Everyone comes into its own paragraph. You understand? Yes. And sentence topic. I think this is very important, and I learned this much later in life, unfortunately. When you're making a paragraph, you need to introduce the paragraph in a way that will make someone understand what the rest of the paragraph will be talking about. In some instances, it can be one word, like therefore, again, and it will lead you to understand what the paragraph will be. But in some cases, it can be a short sentence that gives you an overview of what the rest of the paragraph will be talking about. So I gave 2 examples. Teenage pregnancy is caused by, teenage pregnancy can be prevented by. It's just a short phrase, but you can already tell that that's what I'm going to talk about in the rest of the paragraph. What causes teenage pregnancy and what can prevent teenage pregnancy. And finally, about paragraphs, you don't want to have long paragraphs, especially if you want Vision to read your text. I'll probably get bored in the middle. So sometimes, even if you have just one subject that you're talking about, you don't want to put it in one paragraph if it's going to be too long and tedious. Whether or not 2 paragraphs end up talking about the same thing, it can be good in that it gives someone a pause, and it just makes your work look better, and it doesn't make everything so cluttered up. You understand? So, other important things. So, I've said that you need to use specific concrete language. I think if you want to capture the reader's attention, you don't want to be vague about anything you say. You don't want to sound like you're unsure or that you're not commanding the authority over the book, or the text. It's your text, you're the one who's writing, so why not own it? So, for example, I gave an example of, instead of using a period of unfavorable weather setting, it rained every day for a week. You see, the difference is, one is very specific, the other one is vague. So you imagine a whole paragraph with very different vague sentences. It doesn't really seem appealing, it doesn't really capture the attention of the reader. You understand? If you have any question in the course, you can just stop me. Oh yeah, this is very important, use of positive forms. A lot of the times, and I think even in real life and not just writing, we don't like to be told what not to do. We don't like to be told what is not. We like to be told what is. So, for example, the use of not. Don't use not unless you're trying to show a negative form and you have to use it. Otherwise, try to use positive forms as much as possible. I think our languages are very rich and versatile in vocabulary. So you don't have to say things like he was not very often on time. You can just say he was always late. So even when a sentence is negative, try to use it in its positive form. Don't always tell people what is not, tell people what is. You understand? For example, don't say not honest, say dishonest. Like, use the word in its positive form. Omit needless words. Well, I think this is important because sometimes when you're writing, you feel like you're getting carried away and you want to keep adding this amazing vocabulary that you have, especially if you feel like you're advanced in learning and you know all these amazing hard words. But it can be tedious, especially if you keep repeating yourself using big words and big jargon. And sometimes it can be a nice way to show style, but if you don't have a specific reason to use a certain word, don't use it at all, just omit it altogether. I feel like sometimes we use words that we usually use in speaking that usually give us time to think. For example, all these words simply mean because, as a consequence of, due to the fact that, in view of the fact that, for the reason that, on account of, owing to the fact that, it can simply be put as because. And in speech, when you're speaking, I think it's allowed because then it gives you time to think and process what you're saying. But when you're writing, then you actually have time to think about what you want to say. And it also goes to being very precise with what you want to write. Just use the words that need to be used. You don't have to use everything at the same time. You understand? Yes. And then, when you're summarizing, I think it's important to keep to one tense. Unless you have to quote someone and say, for example, Patricio said, and then you need to change tense to the past if you're quoting him in the past. But if you're speaking in summary form, meaning in prose form, it's best to stick to one tense throughout your work. It makes it easier to understand, it makes it better and more relatable. Yeah, thank you.